Man, Rift. That's the chapter title for Fairy Tail chapter 504. So before I cut to the intro, I want to just quickly say that I could have reviewed this chapter during the weekend. I could have reviewed it on the Saturday with the early chapter released by a different scan layer. The reason why I didn't review it on the weekend is because, unlike for Neverworld and Savage Panda, is because I didn't like the translations of that scanlations of Fairy Tail chapter 404 that was released. When reading it, I had to throw in words that were missing from the scanlation. Words that were missing in the speech bubbles that could have fitted in the speech bubbles because they didn't put the right font size into the bubbles, they didn't put the right typeset or anything to be able to, with grammar errors, punctuation errors, and all that. I got the gist of the chapter while reading it, but the fact that I had to read it and still go, that doesn't make sense, every time I read through a page, going, that doesn't make sense, there's a word missing, and I have to reread it by including the missing word to make a understandable sentence out of these bubbles. So I decided not to review it yesterday or Sunday. I decided to go wait till Manga Stream's release, that is today, and wait for their release and reread it so I could have a proper understanding of the chapter of Fairy Tail chapter 504 titled Rift. Did I enjoy the chapter? It was interesting, build up and everything. We have several things going on within this chapter. I'm glad I waited for the Manga Stream's release of the chapter. So without further ado, hit the intro! Double up. Okay, so Fairy Tail chapter 504 just hit on Manga Stream. I've read it on Manga Stream, I've read those early scanlations, and as you know before the intro, you know why I didn't review it early on. Anyway, so this chapter pretty much opens up with Brandish and Brandish and Lucy and Prevelisco, or I'm just calling it E.N.D Grandine because her real name is Grandine, not the human Grandine as I will call her. And everybody just found Lucy and then found Demaria out pretty much just waking from her unconsciousness and everything. And she mentioned that how he turned into a monster during her suspended time and everything because that's what confused Natsu, is that he was in the suspended time, so he could see Dimeria and everything, but that's the reason why Lucy was not moving, because he was in that suspended time where Lucy wasn't in that suspended time. So that's why Lucy wasn't moving, and that's what probably made Natsu snap, and probably how E.N.D activated and everything, because he thought Lucy was dead, and hence why he attacked Dimeria, because he knew that it was Dimeria that probably done it and everything. He thought Lucy was dead. So pretty much if Lee sees Lucy now and Gray sees Juvia now, the fight will end because they both become back to their senses. Everything leads on the two ladies to both of the main of these characters. Hero! Why? So pretty much, Gray snapped because he thinks Juvia's dead and he's blaming Natsu for it. Okay? Natsu ends up becoming E.N.D and is going straight to Zeref because of his soldier Dimeria. He thought he killed Lucy. That's the thing. So pretty much, once Lucy finds Natsu and once Juvia finds Gray, Gray's gonna go, "You're alive, but how can it be? I saw you dead." And then Juvia goes, "Wendy's sick. That means I shouldn't." "No, don't get." And then go, "Don't kill Natsu." And Lucy goes, "What the?" And everything, and that will stop the fight. So we might not. So pretty much, the fight between Gray and Natsu might not last long, because remember, if Juvia shows up during this fight and if Lucy shows up during this fight, the fight's going to end because they're going to realise that they're both okay, and the fight that they're doing is pointless. That's pretty much it. I don't really care about the Natsu Gray fight. A lot of people have been wanting this fight for a long time. So did I. But how it turned out and how the situation is, I don't care about the Natsu versus Grey fight. Because as I just stated, as soon as Juvia shows up and Lucy shows up, and they both, and Grey and Natsu both see them, the fight's going to end, and they're going to make it and make up and say and apologise to each other, saying that he didn't mean to do it. But the fact that Grey knows that Natsu is E.N.D, but the fact that Natsu didn't know until Zeref told him as well. So yet again, Grey has jumped to conclusions. Again, with everything, he's definitely feeling more like that one of those typical characters that is the rival and friend of one person. But as soon as he gets told one thing, and then he will switch and then attacks you. He reminds me of Matt. Matt from Digimon had a similar instant. Cherry, in that one episode, Cherrymon decided that, oh, if you want to become everything you need to be, then you have to fight Tai and fight War Greymon and everything. So it's pretty much that instance here with Grey. Invel told him about who E.N.D is. Natsu didn't believe Zeref and everything, that he's his brother and stuff like that. So everything's a bit jumbled up between them, mixed connections, signals and everything like that. But anyway, while that's happening with that conversation, the fight continues and while the fight starts with Grey and Natsu, where Grey says he's going to kill him and everything like that, and you can try, and Natsu just wants to get to Zeref. He wants to kill Zeref because he thought Lucy was dead. That's pretty much how I'm taking it. That's pretty much how I care about it. This fight between Grey and Natsu, I find pointless. I don't care what you say in the comment section. I don't care the reasons behind why you think I'm wrong, why I should like this fight. I find this fight between Grey and Natsu pointless. Like every other fight between Grey and Natsu, I find this one in the same boat as every other one, that it's a pointless fight. A pointless fight. That they should just get Zeref. Allow Natsu to become E.N.D, and he uses his E.N.D powers to kill Zeref, and then Natsu can be free from his brother. That is it. And then we find out that Irene is using her eye above magic to try and find the first, and then the first uses her illusion magic to project a giant version of herself, because she knew that Irene would use her magic. So she is a great tactician. So she actually saw that and gave everybody moral support to continue fighting, for everybody to return back to the guild. And that's pretty much it. So what did I thought about? I liked every bit minus the Grey and Natsu stuff. I'm sorry. I might be the only one here, but I hated the Grey and Natsu stuff, because I've been saying in every chapter to the build up to this that it's a pointless fight, because of the fact that Hero's got Juvia alive, Lucy's okay, Natsu's got snapped because he thought Lucy was pretty much dead, but he was trapped in the suspended time of Dimeria. Grey still thinks Juvia's dead, and he's blaming Natsu for it. All of those things makes me find this fight between those two stupid. Yes, I know Grey promised to kill E.N.D, but how they ended up building it up to this point with throwing it to make it look like Juvia died, for him to then finally snap and they'll tell him that Natsu is E.N.D, is the thing that blows my mind, is what really made me not care about this fight. And I can see this fight ending in a short while. As soon as Juvia and Lucy show up, the fight's going to stop. If you don't think that, then fine, because those two aren't going to die. Neither one of those are going to die. They're going to get fairly hurt, severely hurt, but that's it. But Grey's not going to kill Natsu, and Natsu's not going to kill Grey, because like I keep on saying, and I've been repeating myself here, as soon as Juvia shows up and Lucy shows up, they're going to be back to normal. So yeah, that's my review. I enjoyed chapter 504, everything but the Natsu and Grey stuff. The Natsu and Grey stuff I hated. Is there a reason for it? No, it's just my opinion, my thoughts, my opinions, my review. And this is my thoughts on the chapter. I enjoyed all the non-Natsu and Grey stuff because I find this Natsu and Grey build-up fight pointless. That's all it is. It's a pointless thing to include. And I think Hero, and I can really do see Hero going to end up doing how I just mentioned. As soon as Juvia and Lucy show up, it's going to either be Lucy or both of the girls end up hurting each other, and Grey's going to end up hurting Juvia because she's going to get in the way to try and stop him. And then he can't blame Natsu for it because it'd be Grey that killed her. But yet again, Hero will do it a different way. But that is all. So comment down below what you liked and didn't like about this week's chapter of Fairy Tail, chapter 504, down in the comment sections below. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, Kai from Kai's Take Corner here, back, and hopefully you enjoyed this week's review of Fairy Tail chapter 504, titled Rift. And hopefully you enjoyed. If I remember to do so, you can click the I at any point during the video and you can check out my last 3 Fairy Tail reviews or the playlist along with it. If you liked what you saw, you can keep up to date with all my videos by hitting that subscribe button as well. If you liked this video as well, you can give it a thumbs up. If you've got Facebook, I have got a Facebook fan page where you can go follow in the link video description, and down below is the link to my Facebook fan page and you can check it out as well. If you've got Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter because all my videos get instantly posted onto Twitter down below as well. The link will also be in the video description. Now, if you've got that anime amino app, I don't go on much. You can search Kai's Take Corner and follow me or add me as a friend on there. But like I said, I don't go on much. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Take Corner, member of the 000 Club, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.